Hello, wonderful people. Welcome back to this wonderful channel where we dey bring you back-to-back information on the happenings where they happen for the all over Obodo. I greet you all of us of freedom all over the world. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time and where you are listening to us from. Information reaching us is that gunmen Ndimvo has attacked checking points near Ebonyi State Police Headquarters, sent the inspector wey dey there to judgment, and they come wound two other persons. Hey, as e dey happen for Naija matter plenty o. If inspector wey be say e dey for police wey dey protect people, they send them to judgment, wetin go happen to the people wey be say the man dey lead pano? Well, another information, you know that before I bring you the full details of what happened at this police checking point near Ebonyi State Police Headquarters, where gunmen Ndimvu sent the inspector wey dey there to judgment. You know that yesterday, Oga Buhari inaugurated, opened Dangote's refinery. So the question is, so such a thing can be achieved in Nigeria. You can imagine where one man, though Dangote is a group of company anyway, there are other people, many people, even politicians self, that has shares in that company. But of course, you know that before Buhari assumed office, that Nigeria had 4 refineries. Of course, the refineries were not working that well, but everybody thought that with the hope that Buhari gave to Nigerians, that he is a man with incorruptible nature. Of course, according to his words, he said that he was coming in to fight corruption. And for the past 8 years, Buhari have been fighting corruption. And up till now, that corruption has not ended. The corruption is still there. It was in his tenure that the issue of banditry and the Ndimvu became a business in Nigeria, whereby the government tends to settle with BH. They liaise with them. We give you BH, we say, give us so amount, then we release your captive for you. And you know that the Chibo girls, of course, you know when the trend was on, bring back our girls during the tenure of Goodluck, Jonathan, people like Obi Ezekwesili them were carrying about placards and they were shouting, bring back our girls. And Buhari gave Nigerians stamp promise that immediately he assumed office, that everything that concerns insecurity in Nigeria will be known as yesterday. And of course, because people believe that he has technical know-how or military issues as former military head of state. Of course, one thing about Nigeria is that they don't pay attention to history. And history has already repeated itself. The same thing that happened during his tenure as a military head of state happened recently in Nigeria, whereby there was scarcity of naira and people had to be buying their own currency with their own money. But the question is, if Dangote, a single individual, could be able to achieve a refinery in Nigeria, you could imagine that vast of land, how many hectares, that was able to accommodate such an investment. Then what happens to Nigeria as a nation? Does it mean that Nigeria as a nation cannot achieve such a height? And this is what keeps one to be asking, what is happening to Nigeria? Why are Nigerian politicians very selfish, and everything they tend to do is what will benefit them and not what will benefit that of the masses? And you know that during the tenure of this Buhari, many loans have been borrowed from other Western nations, World Bank, the rest of them, and etc., etc. And all these loans will still be paid. And if you ask this administration what they have actually done with all the loans that was borrowed from other Western countries, China, the rest of them, World Bank, and the rest of them, nobody will be able to give a proper account of what is happening. Okay, look at what is currently happening in Delta State, where Okokwa is planning to take a loan before he will leave office. Of course, he have not less than 7 days to leave the office. To May 29, everybody will vacate their office, and he's still planning to take loan. Then the question is, Nigeria, why? And politicians, why? Why are you people treating Nigerians this way? Meanwhile, let's go back to that story of what happened to that inspector of police in Ebonyi State. This thing happened around the Popular Union Bank roundabout. They say less than 4 posts away from the State Police Command headquarters. Sahara reporters reported this one. They say some gunmen have reportedly sent to judgment a Nigerian police inspector and he injured 2 others during an attack on a checking point in Abakaliki, the Ebonyi State capital, southeast Nigeria. The incident took place on Monday night at the Popular Union Bank roundabout, less than 4 poles away from the State Police Command headquarters. Sahara reporters learned the government, according to source, reportedly opened fire at the policemen on the checking point, sending 1 inspector to judgment instantly. 2 other police officers were reportedly shot but survived. They were immediately rushed to the hospital where they had been receiving treatment. Efforts by Sahara reporters to get the police reaction were unsuccessful as the command spokesperson SP Onome Onovuakpaoya didn't respond to calls at the time of filing this report. They say that the death will be say kill Alahaji. If you get Alamajeri, that one na finish, Of course, you should know that the masses are hungry. The youths are hungry. No work. Now, there are many graduates as of this month and last month. Many people have been graduating, writing their final exams. And these people will be entering into the labor market, as it is called. Maybe after serving their father's land, for those who will still serve, and for those who will be given letter of exemption, these people will start looking for job. And the Nigerian government have not been able to provide any job opportunity. And that is why you see these youth struggling. And they say that idleness is the devil's workshop. And when one stays, without finding what to do, without, seeing what he or she can lay his hands on, you find out that the devil will become an advisor and also the one that will be leading these youths about. Why not the government start providing job opportunities like other Western nations that, they know that the citizens are their responsibility. Meanwhile, these politicians will gather the money in Nigeria, move it to the other countries, build houses, buy investment, buy houses. Look at what Keyamo did. He bought houses, have real estate in America. Why not bring back that real estate in Nigeria? Why not bring in factories just like what Dangote just did now? And Nigeria has decided not to do something like that. And look at what is happening. An inspector has been sent to judgment. And of course, you know that this inspector now, he might have children. He might have a wife, or she might have a husband. And all of a sudden, you wake up. Now, look at what also happened in Plateau State the other day. Many people were sent to judgment. And according to report, these people sometimes carry their operation for more than 2, 3 to 4 hours, and you will not hear police sound, you will not hear distant sound. Another thing, I also blame these police people that go to Imo State. If you are moving from Imo State to Anambra State, you will see not less than 20 police checking points. You meet the army, you meet the police, you meet the MOPOL, you meet the VIO, you meet the Federal Road Safety. All these things are on the road. And their work is to collect money from the passerbys, from the motorists. They collect money from them. They are more like people now who collect alms giving. And when you don't give them, they will tell you that they will pack you. Are you ready to pay, or do you want us to pack you? Then you'll be wondering, what a country are we in? What is actually happening is because the government and those who have been elected into those positions of power and authority to work for the masses has failed in their duties. They have failed. And that is why you see people like MNK Nnamdi Kanu in the DSS detention, because they tend to be speaking the truth. And when you speak the truth, they will say, Otiake Ebue. Meanwhile, I will be shutting down the curtain here. And if this is your first time of joining us on this wonderful channel, please go ahead and subscribe to our channel. Like, share, comment, and also remember to on your notification button so that whenever we are dropping our news, now you go be the first. We will collect time. God bless you for listening. Catch you next while God with you, former. Thank you.